Now, let's talk about that massive security breach in Parliament. It has really failed to put partisan politics to rest. That's something that we are watching. But today's development, it has come as a bit of a surprise to observers of Indian politics, because you're talking about 14 opposition MPs, 13 from the Lok Sabha, 1 from the Rajya Sabha. All of these MPs have been suspended from Parliament. The opposition now has been demanding a statement from the Home Minister Amit Shah. They have said that if that statement is not made in Parliament by the Home Minister, they will not let Parliament function. And the government has, of course, now used the majority they have in Parliament to expel protesting members of Parliament. Here are some of the reactions, the political reactions that we got.
No, there is an MP who has actually given the passes for these people to come in. No action has been taken against that MP, whereas we saw what happened in Malwa's case, where without even the inquiry being complete, she has been disqualified. And this MP is not even suspended, he is inside Parliament with us. And when we protest, and we want the Prime Minister and the Home Minister to come and give a statement in the House.
What happened yesterday was a colossal security and intelligence failure. We want the government to come and take and inform the House on what happened yesterday and what are the steps they are taking. The government is adamant in not coming. Either the Prime Minister or the Home Minister should actually make a statement, and the government is totally adamant in not making a statement. So we are demanding that. MPs demand that, of course we protest. Just because we demanded and protest, in order to stifle our voice, about 15 odd MPs have been suspended for the remaining of the session. But there is a comedy of errors even in that. They have suspended Mr. S.R. Parthiban of the DMK, who is not even present in the House today.
Is the opposition wrong in asking for a statement to be made by the Home Minister about the security breach? That's the important question to ask. Neerja Choudhary, journalist and political commentator, joining us right now. Neerja Choudhary, it seems at least very unfortunate that a huge event, the kind that we're talking about, it's a major security breach. 2 men have entered Parliament with canisters. They've jumped into Parliament, and it seems like the gravity of this event is lost on us because there is no talk about this. But the headlines are dominated by the suspension of 14 MPs for creating a ruckus in Parliament, for protesting. Why do you think we are in this kind of situation? Are these opposition members wrong in asking for a statement by the Home Minister? Neerja?
Got you. Yes, I think it is a very unfortunate development, the suspension of the MPs at a time when such a serious breach of security has taken place. They would not be worth their salt as opposition if they did not demand that the government be held to account at a moment like this. At the same time, it calls for a statesmanship of the highest order. It is right to demand that the government go into what went wrong and that the situation be rectified, and yet show the kind of statesmanship that you don't allow petty politics at this time to surface. It's a very fine line, but this is what one expects from both the treasury benches and the opposition leaders at a time like this. But to call for suspension of MPs when they would obviously be agitated. And there's nothing wrong in their calling for a statement from the Home Minister to know what has happened. And Parliament has a right to be told. And through Parliament, the people of India have a right to know what really went wrong and have that come from the highest in the land.
Do you think, Neerja Choudhary, we have petty politics at play at a moment that such a strong security breach has taken place? We're calling it a security breach. We've had this happen on a day which is the anniversary of a huge attack on Parliament.
That's right. I mean, it is actually...
We seem to have lost connection with Neerja Choudhary, but there is no taking away from the fact that a huge breach of security has taken place, and at a time where we should be finding out the reasons why this has actually happened. We don't know the motives why the attack took place in the first place, and at that time the headlines seem to be dominated by the suspension of these MPs for protesting and asking for a statement to be made by the Home Minister. It's going to be an important piece And as we move along towards the general elections, even as we're seeing a lot of the theatrics playing out as well, in terms of how MPs were standing guard against some of these people who entered Parliament and conducted that security breach. We'll have to see exactly how this plays out.